There are millions of broken hearts right now in Tallahassee, Florida. The entire Florida State football team is heartbroken. I'm not a Florida State football fan. I'm heartbroken. There are people who are not Florida State fans but watch college football whose hearts are broken. I'm telling you all, college football just made everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people furious. Let's talk about it. Anyways, I'm Jonathan Panda. Welcome to my channel. Long story short, the college football playoffs are around the corner and they just revealed the top 4 teams. Now, let's watch Florida State's reaction after they found out where they're ranked this year before we really dive into it. If you all haven't seen the reaction yet, today you guys are going to see it. Here we go. All right. So listen up.
And Baylor in 2014 were heartbroken, devastated, and I'm sure there's a lot of anger in Tallahassee as a result of this. Just a terribly unfortunate set of circumstances that left Mike Norvell, who has done a fabulous job at Florida State, put the Seminoles in position, and now will be a challenge of leadership for him in the moment. And Baylor.
Man, first off, imagine what kind of mindset you have to have in this position. Imagine what Coach Norvell is feeling like right now. Because, listen, for any sports team, any athletic organization out there, your main goal is to win, possibly go undefeated, and obviously win a championship. Guess what? Florida State has been undefeated all season. They are 13-0, haven't lost a single game. Not one game. 13 W's. But they're not even in first. They're in fourth. They're in fifth. I apologize. They're in fifth. I'm going to reveal the list to you of the top 4 teams. Actually, the top 6. So, number 1, Michigan, 13-0. Number 2, Washington, 13-0. Number 3, Texas, 12-1. Number 4, Alabama, 12-1. And number 5, Florida State, 13-0. And then we got Georgia, who lost 12-1. I thought they were going to make it to the top. I thought they were going to win. But long story short, like I said, one of the biggest goals that most sports teams have is to go undefeated. And with that being said, you expect to be in the playoffs at the end of the season. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for Florida State. Imagine what the players are going through right now, because they're out there sacrificing their bodies. They're out there playing hard. They did their job. They did what they had to do. They did not make a mistake. They're undefeated, and they didn't make the playoffs. So imagine what's going on right up here. Their mental state is not even. It's rocky. They're questioning everything. So now we know that wins doesn't mean that you automatically get the playoff spot. Thankfully, this is the last year that this is going to happen. And sadly, they made this change too late. If they changed this year, this wouldn't have happened. But next year, this won't happen. And this is a very unfortunate situation. And a lot of people were mad that Alabama got the 4th spot because they felt as if Alabama's always in the playoffs. And I agree. I'm one of those people. I like Alabama. Matter of fact, I'm an Alabama bandwagon. I'm a Bama bandwagon for sure. But I want to see other teams. Let's be for real. I want to see other teams. Like last year when TCU played, although they got blown out, I didn't like that game. They got blown out. I like the fact that TCU was playing. You know, I always see Alabama, Georgia, Clemson. Alabama every year, though. Come on now. But I'm tired of seeing Alabama, and they made it again. I feel like they may make it all the way up to the top again. You know, Alabama is just that good. No shame, no hate towards Alabama. It's just we want to see a new team. Nick Saban has been dominating for like almost, I bet it's a decade now, but sheesh, we need somebody else new. Now, I'm going to play another video, and this is a video from the great Unc Shay Shay. You already know who I'm talking about. So let's listen to Unc real quick. Unc is a wise man. Hall of Famer. All right, let's listen.
The college playoff will no longer be called the college playoff.
will be called the Alabama Invitational. The Alabama Invitational. And we will be the host moving forward, Skip Bayless.
You can just pick who you want to play.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll pick Vanderbilt, right?
First of all, it's beneath us to play them. The college playoff.
So that video was recorded in 2017, pretty much 6 years ago. We're currently in 2023. And Shannon Sharpe did not cap. He told the exact truth because, to be honest, that's what happened. Alabama always makes the playoffs. And it's almost as if every playoff, Alabama is in there and they decide who's going to play. Now, let's not discredit Alabama. They're a powerhouse. Let's not discredit them at all. Alabama Tide are them boys. Alabama Tide is that team. That's why I'm an Alabama bandwagon. But they lost the game. And Florida State didn't lose a single game. And they didn't make the playoffs. And I strongly feel like the reason why this happened also is because Florida State does not have a strong connection with the SEC. Why? They're in the ACC. But Alabama is in the SEC. So there's a strong connection with Alabama and the SEC. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why that happened. And plus for viewership, they probably did that too. We don't know. I'm not the people who does the rankings. I thought it was based off wins, but unfortunately, it's not based off wins. The playoff rankings is based off their schedule strength. So if a team has a difficult schedule and they're winning the majority of those games or they're winning all those games, that team is going to be at the top of the ranks. But if a team has a moderate schedule that isn't too difficult and they won all their games, they're going to be near the top, but they won't be at the top. And that's what Florida State went through, unfortunately. So, yeah, sorry to say. I know they're crying right now in Tallahassee, Florida. And they're celebrating in Tuscaloosa like they always do every year. Every year. In Tuscaloosa, they're throwing parties because they know Alabama's going to make that playoff. But yeah, Florida State's just going to have to wait another 6 months to get back going. And next year, this won't happen, but there's going to be a whole new roster. The players that deserve to play at the playoffs won't get to play. They're most likely going to be retired and some in the NFL. But, man, I'm waiting to see what that final is going to be like, that championship. Who's going to make it? Who's going to make it? I want to see Michigan at the top and Texas. I would like to see Texas at the top. So between those two, I would like to see actually Michigan, Washington, or Texas. I would love to see one of them defeat Alabama. So I'm for every team other than Alabama this season. Yes, that's right. I'm going against Alabama. Now, who do I want to see win? Okay. I'm going to go with Washington because we see a lot of Michigan, and Texas is is a powerhouse in my opinion, but I think Washington is deemed to be a more of an underdog school compared to the other three. So I'm going to root for Washington. And when the final two teams are revealed, I'm going to choose who I'm going to go for. But I would love to see Washington earn the ring this season. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I'm Jonathan Panda. If you enjoyed my video, I would appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe so that way, when you log on to YouTube, my videos will be posted on your YouTube wall. So that way you don't have to go searching, looking for my name. Like, oh, what's that guy's name? He says Jonathan Panda, J Panda. You don't have to do all that. If you subscribe, my videos will be there. And if you clear your history and you want to figure, oh, what's that guy's name again? You won't have to do that. As long as you subscribe, you can look through and then you'll see my picture, click on my videos, and you'll be there. But anyways, tune in for my next video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Have a good night.